Good evening and welcome to Icu TV News. We'll take a look at the stories making headlines. President Hichilema confirms Lungu Edgar will be buried in Zambia. Zimbabwe President Mnangagwa pays tribute to Edgar Lungu. Zambia loses over 31 million to power infrastructure vandalism as energy crisis deepens. In our international news, senior Kenyan policeman arrested over vlogger's killing. And in our sports news, Chipolopolo returns home following COSAFA Cup exit. With the news in details, all to bring to you in details, my name is Dolosera Mary. President Hichilema has confirmed that Zambia's 60th president, Edgar Lungu, will be buried in Zambia, dismissing any speculations about burials abroad. Speaking during a meeting with Zimbabwean delegation at State House, President Hichilema emphasizes the importance of unity, harmony, and peace as the nation mourns the late leader. He notes that official burial arrangements will be announced in due course. Today, Friday, June 13th, marks 8 days since President Lungu's passing. His funeral plans have faced confusion, particularly around the repatriation of his remains, with his family pushing for private arrangements. President Hichilema is also expected to visit Belvedere Lodge in this afternoon to sign the Book of Condolences.
It will be coming to you soon with the formalities of the burial to honor our 6th president, honor him properly by burying him decently in our country, not in any other country, but in our country, because he was our head of state.
Mnangagwa has paid tribute to the late President Lungu Edgar, reflecting on his personal relationship that dates back to their time as classmates in law school. President Mnangagwa describes Lungu as a visionary leader committed to Zambia's growth and regional cooperation. He commends him for peacefully handing over power to the current leadership, describing it as a mark of true leadership. Minister of Energy Mr. Makozo Chikote has revealed that ZESCO recorded 1,156 cases of infrastructure vandalism between January and May 2025, causing losses exceeding 31 million kwacha and widespread power outage. He warns perpetrators that legal actions would be taken, emphasizing the negative impact of vandalism on national resources and electricity distribution. Mr. Chikote says the country's power crisis has been worsened by an unknown induced drought, which has reduced water levels critical for hydropower generation. Zambia currently generates 1,806 milliwatts against a demand of 2,400 milliwatts, resulting in 594 milliwatts shortfall. Despite local outage, the country continues to expect electricity due to binding regional contracts essential for load repayment and infrastructure projects. Mr. Chikote says to address the crisis, the government is promoting renewable energy, importing power, and launching initiatives such as net metering and power sensitization to ensure energy security. Speaker of the National Assembly, Nali Muti, has called on members of Parliament to refrain from discussing issues relating to the funeral of the late former President Edgar Lungu until after he is laid to rest. Mrs. Muti addresses the House today, stating that emotions are still raw and the nation is in mourning, making it essential to show respect during this difficult time. She also shared a personal reflection describing Mr. Lungu as a friend and legal colleague with whom she collaborated on several cases prior to joining the political arena. We'll take our first break. Stay tuned for more news in our local stories.
Welcome to Zambia, a land of breathtaking natural wonders and diverse cultures. Home to the Victoria Falls, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Zambia boasts a rich cultural heritage, captivating wildlife and a promising future. Zambia is a nation rich in both history and modernity. In the heart of Zambia lies Lusaka, the capital and largest city located in the southern part of the Central Plateau. Lusaka is one of the fastest developing cities in southern Africa. With a population of about 3.3 million, Lusaka is a center of both commercial and government in Zambia and connects to the country's 4 main highways, heading north, south, east, and west. Lusaka has several cultural facilities such as museums and galleries, which include Lusaka National Museum and Henry Tayali Gallery. The city also has several parks such as Mundawanga Environmental Park, Lusaka National Park, and Chaminuka Nature Reserve that offer visitors a chance to see wildlife up close. Within this dynamic city lies the Information and Communications University, ICU, a place where educational traditions merge with future-focused learning, a place where innovation and research thrive. With a commitment to providing industrial-oriented academic qualifications, ICU stands as a beacon of higher learning education in Zambia, serving over 5,000 students on both distance and full-time learning modes. But what sets ICU apart? It's our core values. At ICU, we cherish freedom of thought and expression, foster innovativeness and creativity, uphold good governance integrity, promote teamwork, professionalism, and responsible citizenship. We believe in strengthening national cohesion and inclusiveness. Our programs are designed to nurture problem-solving skills, a vital asset for job creation in Zambia. We emphasize critical thinking, creative reasoning, and informed decision-making. Our vision is clear: to be a leading provider of quality education across Africa. Our motto: delivering an ICT-enabled education with excellence. Whether you're passionate about technology, engineering, agriculture, or business, ICU offers a diverse range of programs tailored to your ambitions. Our School of Engineering offers unique programs such as Bachelor of Science in Agriculture with Education, Bachelor of Information and Communications Technology with Education, and more. In our School of Humanities and Business, you can explore degrees in Development Studies, Human Resource Management, Journalism, and various other fields. Education is about making a real impact. ICU proudly partners with the Zambia Research and Development Center, ZRDC, to offer scholarships and contribute to Zambia's social and economic growth. Our global reach extends far and wide. Collaborations with institutions like Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University in Russia and the Academy of Maritime Education and Training in Chennai, India, offer unique opportunities for our students. In a groundbreaking initiative, ICU has joined hands with the Zambia Correctional Service to provide tertiary education to inmates, fostering rehabilitation and brighter futures. At ICU, education goes beyond textbooks. Our vibrant campus hosts numerous associations, sports, and organizations that enrich the students' experience. Our commitment to excellence shines through the remarkable achievement of our alumni who have made significant contributions to society. So, why choose ICU? Because here, you will find more than education. You will discover a community that nurtures your dreams and empowers you to shape the future. Information and Communications University. driving the thrill for the nation in research and innovation.
Welcome back, and in our local stories, the Minister of Health has reiterated its dedication to enhancing national tuberculosis programs by adopting advanced diagnostic technologies. Speaking during the launch of the pulmonary tuberculosis diagnosis study, Health Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Dr. Kenneth Lishipi, states that efforts are underway to upgrade health infrastructure and train medical personnel to efficiently implement new diagnostic tools. Dr. Lishipi commends the efforts of Zambat, Kanyama Level 1 Hospital and other stakeholders for their research into point-of-care lung ultrasound technology and the integration of AI-powered diagnostics. He notes that such innovations are aligned with the ministry's strategic goals of using technologies to improve healthcare accessibility and efficiency. Dr. Lishimpi emphasizes that this initiative supports Zambia's TB elimination agenda, which prioritizes early diagnosis, precise treatments, and better health outcomes. Collaborations among government entities, healthcare institutions, researchers, and communities was highlighted as vital to driving long-term improvement in health services. Meanwhile, consultant pulmonologist and medical ICU lead at the University Teaching Hospital, UTH, Dr. Kondwelani Mateo, explains that the study will assess the potential of ultrasound in detecting TB. Dr. Mateo says the study will explore lung ultrasound characteristics linked to TB and access to efficiency of different ultrasound protocols and probes in TB diagnosis. He states that Kanyama Level 1 Hospital, situated in one of the Zambia's TB hotspots, will serve as the primary study sites. Dr. Mateo explains that the project will include 2,700 adults participants and aim to support global programs in TB screening and diagnostic technologies. He emphasizes that the Ministry of Health remains committed to evidence-based, scalable, and cost-effective solutions to improve TB control and ensure equitable access to modern diagnostic services. The Zambia Go Wash Forum has called for an integrated approach to water and sustainable development, stressing the interconnectedness of water, energy, food security, and environmental health. Speaking at the 13th Zambia's Water Forum and Exhibition, Zawafe 2025 Forum Coordinator Mbubala Munyuve Mumba highlighted that sustainable water sanitation and hygiene wash services was crucial for national development. She notes that limited access to electricity in rural areas hinders the delivery of water services and expresses concerns over food security, affecting more than 1.3 million Zambians in 2022, worsened by poor access to water wash services. Mrs. Mwamba also emphasizes that climate change is intensifying water security challenges and called for stronger governance in water sector and with inclusive accountability decision-making involving all stakeholders. Meanwhile, the European Union delegation deputy head of a mission, Petra Gaspava, highlighted the EU's support for transboundary water management in Zambezi River Basin. She announced that the EU has allocated 20 million euros towards the design of the management program for the basin. Meanwhile, Vice President Mutalena Lumango, through the Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation, Engineer Collins Nzovu, acknowledged that Zambia faces serious water challenges caused by climate change, urbanization, and industrialization, of which threatens progress towards Sustainable Development Goal 6. The Zambian Water Forum and Exhibition 2025 is being held under the theme Integrating Solutions for Sustainable Development, Exploring the Water Energy, Food, and Ecological Nexus. You're still watching Icu TV News. We take a short break, and upcoming next is the international and sports news. Stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Welcome back, and in our international news, the head of the main police station in Kenya capital, Nairobi, has been detained over the killing of a young blogger in police custody, independent investigation say, as well as official commanding station Samson Talama, another policeman, PC James Mukwani, plus a technician accused of disassembling the station's CCTV have also been arrested. Albert death sparks protests after doctors refuted a police claim he had died from self-inflicted injuries caused by hitting his head on a cell wall. Instead, they concluded that it was likely the result of an assault. Still in our international news, Nigeria abandons activists Ken Saro Wiwo 30 years after execution. Nigeria's president has abandoned the late activist Ken Saro Wiwo 30 years after his execution sparked global outrage. Along with 8 other campaigners, Mr. Saro was convicted of murder, then hanged in 1995 by the then military regime. They believed the activists were being punished for leading protests against the operations of oil multinationals, particularly Shell in Nigeria, on Gonila land. Shell has long denied any involvement in the executions. We'll take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news.
Did you know that mental health conditions are treatable and recovery is possible? Hi, I'm Ngenia Moyo. I'm your host on Let's Talk Mental Health. I invite you all to this show where you freely express yourself, and together we find a solution. For more details, you can contact 0777 93 73 92, and we'll be there to help you find solutions to whatever you're going through.
Welcome back, and in our sports news, the Chipolopolo boys have returned to Zambia after an early exit from the 2025 Hollywood-based COSAFA Cup held in South Africa. Drifting out in the group stage, Zambia secures only 1 point after a 1-0 loss to Comoros and a 3-3 draw against Botswana in Group D. The team arrived at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport on Friday at 12:40 hours aboard a South African airline flight. Despite the setbacks, the tournament offered the technical bench an opportunity to access local players ahead of the 2025 African National Championship in East Africa. End of the main news. But before we go, let's take a look at the stories making headlines. President Hichilema confirms Edgar Lungu will be buried in Zambia. Zimbabwe's President Mnangagwa pays tribute to Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Zambia loses over 31 million kwacha to power infrastructure vandalism as energy crisis deepens. And in our international news, senior Kenyan policeman arrested over bloggers killing. And in sports news, Chipolopolo returns home following COSAFA Cup exit. Thank you so much for watching. For more news, follow us on our Facebook page at Icu TV and on our website at icutvzm.com.